Hello, Medium fans! Welcome to another Deck Tech. We're doing a pretty whack deck today, as we like to do, or at least I like to do. We are doing kind of a recursion deck, a little bit of a Reweave deck. Reweave has been just one of the most incredible cards for me. I love this card right now. And we are trying to do the Twist and Scream instead of Twist and Shout. We are going to be getting Katra Razorquill combo off by using Haunting Screams and Reweaves. And I think I'll keep this hand because we have Master Cartographer. So it's almost a Reanimator list. It uses a lot of Haunting Scream and Remembrance instead of necessarily doing like grasping at shadows. That isn't what this is going to be about. It's going to be about powering out like 4-drop creatures, because if you get Katra, Razorquill, and Stained Honor all out together on the board, then you automatically win the game. That's it. It's a 3-card combo, and it just can win you the game. We're going to discard Shadow Sigil. We've got Imperial Loyalist, which is a great card here for us. We can use Reweave on Imperial Loyalist to get both Stained Honor from off of the Reweave, and to also get Katra off of the Shift. Now, a key thing here is that you notice that I said Katra and not Katra or Razorquill, because you don't want to get Razorquill. You cannot twist a card while it's shifted, so it's kind of a downside of doing it that way. I'm just going to slam in here. We're going to Crest the Vengeance and see what we hit. Do I want Sporefolk? Maybe? I don't think I need it that badly. Let's draw and see what we get instead. Chairman's Contract, huh? You can discard the Justice and pass the turn. I'm probably going to play the Imperial Loyalist and hope they don't kill it immediately. It's a little bit... Oh, well, I was going to say it's a little bit greedy, but I guess not as greedy as I thought. And Sporefolk and Reweave, sure. Not great, but not really bad or anything either. I didn't want to draw either of those, really. Uh-oh. I imagine they're just going to be kind of going for Martyr's Chains from the looks of things. They just seem like a very traditional Combre ramp list. Doesn't even seem like they have a lot of the new cards. Let's go with... Do I want to Reweave yet? I guess. I really need to draw a Razorquill. Problem is that if I Reweave, then I'm risking the Stained Honor. I think it's still okay. I certainly have the option to have just gotten like a Cartographer or something.
Let the ritual commence.
Alright, well, now we've let our opponent know that the jig is up, essentially. Like, they know what we're doing. Tell it. Okay. That doesn't matter at all. Like, it's a lot of damage. That's the part that matters. But, like, actually nuking our creatures here doesn't in the slightest concern us. I could kill Telut, or I could kill the 7/6. I think I'll kill the 7/6. We've got a little bit of chumping that we can do here in the meantime. And I really just need to find the Razorquill. I probably shouldn't have played that, actually. I shouldn't have played the 4/3. I should have waited, because now if I draw a Merchant, we have to wait an extra turn.
What do we have here?
Ooh. Okay. Tokas. So I can't play spells directly on our units, which would have been bad for Reweave, but I can't really Reweave it into play now anyways. This is nasty. We're just dead next turn. I can't chump block. I have to draw it.
I know it's around here
Darn.
somewhere.
Didn't get there. If we had top decked it, that would have been pretty amazing, because it's just an instant win. Good game, though. Lots and lots of ramp from the opponent. They had a very early Telut. That was a great hand. Good game. Alright, we have match 2. We've got the Imperial Loyalist to pledge, so we do have 3 power. It's not too bad. Considering Sporefolk and Dark Return, I think I can keep this hand. And we'll almost certainly just, like, lead off with Pledge Imperial Loyalist, and then play a Sporefolk on turn 2. Hopefully we can get some good hits for Haunting Screams. And see what our opponent's up to. There's been a lot of aggro right now, so this might be a tough deck to do. They've got a lot of, yeah, like Gracano, like a bunch of torches and things can be a problem for us unless we get the combo very quickly. Oh, I just did a real dumb, huh? Whoops. I don't know why. I looked at Crest of Vengeance and just, like, assumed that I had the power. Oh, wow. And I would have been able to hit Privilege of Rank for free, too. Well, these are learning experiences for us. We don't need a second Sporefolk to get discarded, so we're just gonna bottom that and see what we hit. Reweave honors. Ooh, okay. Honor and honor, I guess. Not wonderful. Not the worst, but not great. Alright, so this is just FJP. It looks very similar to just old lists again. Doesn't look like we're playing against a lot of new stuff today. Remembrance, which we don't need yet. I think I'll play the Privilege of Rank just to thin our deck even. See if we can't find a Reweave or an Honor of Claws or something that gives us some gas here. This is the problem with Reanimator. You can draw the wrong half of your deck, and we've been doing that so far. Okay, Reweave is nice. I think we'll wait on it, because I'll just want to do it immediately. Yeah, they have a torch. So I'm hoping that they'll just play out something. They do not.
Drink up. Life's too short.
I don't think they can respond to this anyways. Get the Stained Honor. Yeah. They can torch Stained Honor. That's the thing they can do. But we've got the Dark Return for that. And then we'll get Katra.
The ritual commence.
And all we really need to find is a Merchant, a Razorquill, or like another Sporefolk or something to discard it. So we've got a lot of options. We could actually just redraw Sporefolk. If they can kill it, we might find a way to do that. Howling Peak. Sure, like they can wipe the board and it will kill Katra. Katra is safe from targeted effects, but not everything, right? I'm definitely willing to slam this in. Please block. Ooh. Really? That's good news for us. Are they gonna counter that? They're gonna counter it. Interesting. Well, I'll get it back again. If we find it here, we just win the game. I do not find it here. Okay, could Haunting and Scream back the Cartographer, draw, discard the Privilege of Rank. That's a thing we can do. I'm super worried about what they got. I'm gonna try and go for it. Not saying it's the best plan, but it is a plan. I just need the one card. Nope, not that. Man, we're through quite a bit of our deck. Love to have seen a Merchant or a Razorquill. We've got a lot of things that we could hit. Okay, opponent goes Honor. This is kind of a good sign for us, because it means that we are still in top deck mode if we find it. Nope. Unfortunately, our Katra is going to come out from under protection now, so they're going to be able to shoot it down. And I'm almost positive they have a torch. I'll block. I think they've got Hailstorm. Yeah, or Harsh Rule. Unfortunate. Wow. Alright, we're really flooding out. Honor is okay. This is going to be very, very hard for us to win now. I don't know. I feel like we got more than a little bit unlucky here. That was a lot of power cards, and like just no Razorquills in any of these games is kind of insane. We have 7 sources of them right away, so it's kind of whack to not be getting any. Alright, get rid of a Katra, draw again. And they'll Eileen's choice it.
You don't
Okay.
want to make my allies your enemies.
Yeah. And this is just what happens when we've drawn half of our deck and we haven't seen any of our 7 combo pieces that we have. So that's a little bit of bad luck here for us. I took some risks by using that Haunting Scream, but I was worried that they would actually have some idea of what we're doing. It seems like they maybe don't. Like, it doesn't seem like they have any of the new cards. It doesn't seem like they maybe even know what we're trying to do with this combo, because they didn't get anything to try and disrupt it or kill things out of the market. And they definitely could have killed the Stained Honor. I've got to imagine, like, there's something in the market, like Howling Peak or something that they could have done some damage to Stained Honor with, and they just didn't go for it. So that suggests to me that they just don't know what the combo is.
Buying or not?
Finally found the Merchant. Grab Razorquill. We're 1 piece away. If we find a Haunting Scream, we just win automatically. So that's kind of sweet. I mean, they could have another counter spell, I suppose, since they're playing main deck Caleb's Choice. It's certainly possible. I mean, again, I don't really know what they're trying to make their deck. I mean, kind of had to figure that they would be here somewhere, right? Gotta have them all at once. I'm gonna use it a little bit here. Gain a little bit of life back. Yeah, sure, they'll vanquish. We're still just a Haunting Scream away from winning.
I know it's
Master
around here somewhere.
Cartographer. Okay, we can just scoop. Really unfortunate game for us. We still got close. I felt like our opponent wasn't prepared for what we were doing at all, and that was really good for us. Because they didn't Heart Rule, they didn't go for any kind of removal on our combo pieces for a bunch of turns there. We just got really unlucky by not drawing any of the pieces for a really long time. We have a bunch of draw spells, like with Honor of the Claws and Cartographers, and even just Sporefolk and stuff, but we kept drawing power cards and not being able to get there. Those things happen. This is part of the Reanimator life, right? Sometimes you just get really bad draws and can't find any of your pieces. Alright, well, this is a pretty decent hand. We've got Honor of Claws to discard Katra. We're facing a dog, so we know our opponent's a good boy, and that's positive for us, obviously. Sporefolk is nice, especially when we have Haunting Scream. And it gives us something to do early on, maybe something to trade off if they're an aggressive deck. Which I don't think they are. Most of the aggressive decks, even if they're Skycrag colors, are not going to be playing Crests, right? Like, that's just not a thing. Krendon Merchant and a bunch of useless cards. Our Sporefolk have really not been hitting for us.
A fine plan.
Oh, there's Scout dot deck. Ah, that is an exception for like playing some Crests here. So they're an aggressive deck, but they want to play Crests because of the fact that when you Scout, this gets bigger. And so it's basically just free additional damage is the idea. Oh wow, and that Scouts every time too, right? Oh wow, and they even Signal Flared it. Do not want us stopping any damage at all. We've got 2 of the pieces of the combo though. Just have to get lucky enough. No Stained Honor, not yet. I still have to discard Katra, even though I'd love to discard Privilege of Rank. Next turn we can Privilege and Sporefolk as an option.
New lands to explore.
Trekker, and they get another Scout. This is insane. They have a very, very sick start here. And they kept on top, so that's a problem. Sporefolk it is. No Stained Honor, but 2 Honor of the Claws. Oof, that hurts a lot. I will go ahead and Privilege. I maybe should have Sporefolked again. Streets of Flame. Alright, well. Yeah, they had a great hand. Really, really nice and aggressive. That's always going to be a problem for this deck, I think. I think aggro decks are probably the biggest issue with this. So that's always a problem. Not much I can do about that. Yeah, we saw a lot more of our draw spells that game. It kind of shows that the game before that, where we had so much trouble finding any of our combo pieces, was more than a little bit of bad luck, because that game we had a bunch of different ways to get through draws, so we were really close to getting there. If we had a hand that was even vaguely similar to that last game, I don't think that we could have possibly lost with the way it went. But, hey, we just kind of... If we flip those games around for our draws, I think we very easily win at least one of them. But that's the way things go sometimes. We're going to jump into another one. Ooh, well, this is a great hand except for the fact that we don't actually have the colors that we need. If we had any kind of, like, shadow, this would have been excellent. Or if this was just a Cartographer, that would have been amazing. But, as it is, I have to redraw that. This I can keep. We have 2 out of the 3 pieces. Obviously, we're in more than a little bit of trouble as far as colors go, but... I mean, we've had some really, really bad luck and some really bad draws here. We gotta get lucky one time, right? I'll keep it with 2 pieces of the combo. I will definitely keep a power card on top, just because I don't want to miss on the Honor of the Claws. I'm more than a little bit worried about how slow this hand is, because it doesn't actually have... Oh wow, they're just signal flaring me in the face. What? Okay, I guess they really needed that scout. I'm still going to Stained Honor here, because it seems like they're an aggro deck, and I'm just going to want it to kind of slow them down. We have the Dark Return if we absolutely need it. Let's see what we get with Contract. Katra? No. Another Stained Honor, though. Next turn, we do get the Honor of the Claws, which is hopefully getting us close. We also have the option to just play Razorquill, reweave our Razorquill for a Katra, and then replay the Razorquill with a Dark Return. That takes some time, but we can get there. Our opponent is deep in thought about what might be happening. Alright, our opponent just decided to scoop the game. So I guess we're going to have a different 4th game. Sorry about that. A little bit whack. Maybe they just decided that, like, their hand was bad enough because they had mulligan to 6. They just didn't want to keep playing. I don't know. They timed out almost, and then they just scooped the game, so... Maybe just like a little bit angry about the way their draw was turning out. If they saw our hand, they might not have been that mad, because our hand wasn't great. We haven't been able to have a really good one yet. But we'll see if we can get one in the next game. Yikes. Desecrate's not bad, but we can't play any of them. Our power cards are good, but yeah, that hand overall is a big yikes. This hand is a lot better. Master Cartographer to discard the Katra is good. We've got Chairman's Contract to dump some cards. Possibly try and find more combo pieces. And our opponent went down to 6. Might be another aggressive person, though, especially considering the Waystone there. Reweave. This is interesting. I think I keep it. Reweave helps find the... Stained Honor. I don't even have to use it on Imperial Loyalist. I can also use it on a Cartographer or a Sporefolk just to find the Honor, since we already have Katra. It kind of depends on how things look as far as us finding, like, the Razorquill, right? Wow. Alright. That is extremely aggressive. Oh, wow. Alright, so they're this combo deck and they've just hit the nut. That sucks. That's going to be a tough one for us. I can play... Sporefolk might be better now. I'll lead with the Master Cartographer. Honor of Claws. Sure. Hopefully I can hit, like, Privilege and, yeah, okay. I'm really hoping that we hit, like, Privilege of Rank and a Razorquill. Let's do both. Katra, not so much. Katra, decidedly less so. Ah, there's Privilege. That's good. Go ahead and Sporefolk. Can I please hit a Razorquill? Still no Razorquills. I haven't hit them in any of these games off of any of these Sporefolk. It's kind of wild. In my testing, I definitely hit a lot more of them. This has been pretty buck wild for our draws. And man, this is insane. Double Champion of Fury, triple Signal Flare, and the Northwind Herald. Oh, wow. That is an all-in combo, but man, they've sure hit it. They have nailed what they needed.
Life's too short.
So we're dead right away. We need to find a Desecrate. I'm doing this just to hold back the champion because we're dead to that right away. I don't know that we have any ways out of this. I mean, this is unbelievable. Desecrate doesn't even do it. Yeah. Wow, what an incredible hand from our opponent. That is really, really, really sick. Well, we finally found our merchant. Like I said, we haven't really seen any of the merchants and or Razorquills. We've had a lot of really bad luck with that. In that third game, I think it was, where we just drew down to like 38 cards or like 40 cards, I looked at what it would be, the odds of us not hitting any merchants or any Razorquills in the first 35 cards, and it was less than 1%. To give an idea as to like, when I say that we're having a little bit of bad luck, yeah, we're definitely not getting lucky on this. We're having some very, very tough ones. It's kind of curious what we'd have drawn. Okay. I mean, we were super close to winning this again. We've just been really close a bunch of times, but our draws have not been cooperating. And I mean, it's so hard to actually fight against this kind of a combo. It's hard to pull off to actually have the hand to make it work, but man, when you get like the right hand for that deck, it can get there. Like, it's hard to get Northwind working, but if you happen to get the really nut hands like that with like double champion and just all burn spells and Northwind, that's insane. It's really hard to do, but it works out well when you do it. It's kind of like those all-in combo decks of like silencing your Infernus and then, you know, changing it into a First Flame and doing all those kinds of things. They can do some wacky combos. They're just really inconsistent. They're insane when they actually hit, though, like that one. Whew, boy. Well, we are certainly not having a lot of luck with how things are going here. This hand is definitely the best that we've had, by a fair bit. Actually, no. I saw Cartographer, and I saw Privilege, and I saw, like, some number of power cards, and I just snap kept, because honestly, this looked so much better than anything that we've had. It's still probably keepable, rather than going down to 6. We've got Crest of Vengeance, so we can hopefully hit it. Hopefully our opponent just doesn't have, like, the absolute nut aggro hand again, like those last couple games. See what's happening over there. If we get a Primal off the top, then this hand looks pretty sweet. And we can always miss. We've been missing a lot. We've shown the over 99% miss. I'll hope that we don't do that again. I'm still going to pledge that away. I don't actually really need it that badly. I really just need to find Primal for these. Okay, perfect. And once I can ditch Privilege of Rank, then we've got a lot of fodder to get Merchant as well. Sporefolk hopefully fills our yard with some of the pieces. We haven't hit any of the pieces really yet off of Sporefolk, but that shouldn't hold true generally.
Battlefield awaits.
In general, we should be able to hit some pieces off of it sometimes. Do I want to keep a Dark Return? That one's tempting, but I think I don't. I think I'm going to bottom that. I really need to find the pieces first more than anything. So instead we'll get a power card. We'll go ahead with Merchant next turn. I might chump block here. Probably not. Got some interesting, like, film aggro. I do hate letting Copper Hall hit us. It does make their other things bigger, but we're going to try and ignore their units and hopefully just get the combo going. That'll be the goal. And the opponent's still thinking. Yep.
Now it's my turn.
Fair enough. I'm not going to throw away our Cartographer yet. We're just going to play the Merchant. And I should Crest first so we know what we're drawing, see if there's anything else that we need. Okay. I will definitely keep Merchant number 2. Get one. We'll get the Razorquill or Katra. Kind of doesn't matter. I guess we'll go for Razorquill. We can go Merchant to get Katra, Cartographer to pitch it. And then we really just need to find a way to get them back. Sure. I'm not excited about this. We're letting the copper haul get pretty large, but as long as we're not taking lethal damage for a while, it's good. Memory Dredger. Yeah, it doesn't actually matter all that much. I'm kind of tempted to just Crest and see what we get. Because what if we have to merchant for something besides the Katra? What if we want to go Sporefolk first, actually? And we didn't hit anything that helps. Man, those Sporefolk have really let us down.
You buying or not?
I'm not sure that we've ever hit a card that mattered with Sporefolk. So I've got the Scream if we want, but then I don't have Katra. This is the issue. I guess I'll get Katra. Cartographer can ditch it. And then we just gotta get lucky on finding, like, Haunting Scream or more merchants. Or just Dark Return. A bunch of different ways that we can get there. It'll get it back, but at least we're not taking the damage. Ah, they're a Feln Even deck. Nice. That's really, really sick. Yep.
The battlefield awaits.
Okay, Reweave is very interesting. That's almost the combo. We're so close. Because now we can get Stained Honor.
I know it's around here.
Just need a way to get Katra back. Or to have shifted into Katra. Thinking about this. Discard the Katra.
I know it's around here somewhere.
Do it again. Honor of Claws. Pitch this. Desecrate. I mean... No? I don't think we want that. We just need to hold off for a turn or two. Something like a Haunting Scream is almost victory already. Okay, I'll block both. I'm really surprised they're not attacking the even-handed golem, too. I'm not sure why they didn't just slam in with everything. That seemed like a very, very easy decision. Their draws have been really good, too. They've been hitting a lot of things they need. Sporefolk is good. Might be interesting. It's another chump blocker. Well, there's our Haunting Scream. Go for the Honor. Another Reweave. Another Katra. None of the Remembrances. No Dark Returns. No Haunting Screams. No Merchants. Just not quite getting the combos. I've been getting it a lot more consistently off of this, but who knows? I just can't seem to put it together right now. Oof. Oofda. Don't think there's any way that we can win this now. It's just way too far gone. Yeah, they're a million cards deep into this. 42. Yeah, we did see one Haunting Scream, so I mean, I guess we're not... It's not as bad as the last time this thing happened, but man, we have not had luck with these. A lot of trouble drawing any of the pieces in the order that we need them. Just a tough one today. It happens sometimes, though. You gotta pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and try again. I'm gonna try one more and see if we can't get the combo off once, because this is a thing that we can do. Like, I've gotten it off on turn 5 a bunch of times in a row before I started recording this, just to test it, so I would love to actually have the chance of doing it. It'd be real cool, but man, we are not getting the draws. Well, speaking of not getting the draws, that is not what we want. This one's pretty solid. It has a lot of draw, so, I mean, I can sit here and complain about how I don't draw any of the cards that I need. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll actually hit them. I don't want to complain here the whole time. I'm not trying to complain too much, but it's not been great hands, that's for sure. Definitely have to keep Stained Honor. It's too important to our deck. This is the person that had the really fast scout deck and like the insane draw last time where they just like dealt us 20 damage in the first 3 turns. Okay, definitely keep Katra. So now we can actually discard that. I'd probably discard Privilege first, and then we go for Honor of the Claws. Chairman's Contract. I don't mind more power, because that lets us get to 4.
I know it's around here somewhere.
I think I'm okay with that. I don't know, I could put that on the bottom, but I don't mind, like, trying to find a Razorquill that way. Yep, 2 3/2s.
It's your
2 Clotas on turn 3 is real sick. That's so good. This is nice. So we're going to Chairman's Contract first, see if we can't hit any of the pieces that we need. We don't. Then we're going to do this. Once again, see if we can discard something or, like, hit Dark Returns or Haunting Screams. Okay. So now we throw away Katra. We're getting really close here. Because we can play Krendon, and we can go Stained Honor for feeling spicy. Yeah, we can do that. So next turn, what we're going to do... Wow, jeez, this is so good. We might still die here. This is an insane hand again. My god. My god, what a hand. Wow. We win in the next 2 turns. We get to go Krendon and Stained Honor. Wow, this is unbelievable, their draw, though. Holy crap. Like, just so sick. This deck is operating at a level that's just unbelievable. Wow. Alright, so we'll go
You buying or not?
Krendon Merchant, trade off anything. It doesn't really matter what we trade off. I guess Sporefolk for Razorquill. Play Stained Honor. We have the win next turn if we don't die. Odds they have the win, though, are incredibly high because they did... Yeah, okay. So I have to chump block with this, which makes things a lot tougher. Man, this is just unbelievable, though. What an incredible hand. This deck is just firing off in so many cylinders. It is definitely feeling like my unlucky day. Hearing that over and over is real good. So if we hadn't lost Stained Honor, we just Haunting Scream and play Razorquill, and we automatically win. Because we just keep running into this unbelievable deck, though, there's nothing we can really do about it. This is so sick. Like, holy crap, this is unbelievable. Getting turn 2 and then turn 3 and then just having this much scout and all of these combat tricks is so ridiculous. Even with the scout they have, I mean, we've got a lot of card draw and scout ourselves, but we can't find any of our cards. Is there any way out of this? I don't think there is. I'm trying to think of some kind of solution here, but I don't think we have a way out. So sick. Oh, it's so close. Like, we can even still, like, Razorquill, reweave it, and set up, but, like, it's just not enough. We just die. What an incredible hand. Nothing we can do about those. It's so sick. That was definitely the best hand we had. We actually had a really good hand. Their deck is just really good, and it has drawn absolutely unreal hands against us. As good as their hand was almost perfect. Alright, I am going to continue this near fruitless quest to try and get a single win on stream. It really, really sucks when you get like 60% win rate doing things off recordings and then immediately go into recordings and just cannot draw for the life of you and hit all of these incredible draws from your opponents. But yeah, we'll maybe have a chance at this one. We've got some draw, we've got a piece of the combo. And this deck, I mean, I'm not thinking this deck is super consistent. I know that we drew pretty well when I was getting those wins. But, man, this has just been unreal as far as both our luck and our opponents. That last game was super disgusting. They have a good deck, though. I do like that Claudia deck. It's just normally not that consistent. It's good. I think it's really good, even. But, wow, it's been on fire against us. This is nice. I like the Sporefolk here. We really need to find a way to get something out of our void, though. If we can find a couple of pieces, then we're in great shape. Torch? Sure, that doesn't matter at all. We don't care about that card. Okay, Sporefolk. Reweave is not terrible. Ooh, at least I didn't draw that many power cards in a row. That sucks. Okay, Katra is a good hit. And we did get rid of a unbelievable amount of power, so hopefully we won't continue to draw this badly. Because, oh boy, that was sure a bunch of draws. And we continue to hit power. Well, there's our Corendon Merchant. That's one of the cards that we really needed, because that's a good Reweave target for us to get some more merchant into merchant kind of shenanigans going and get all the pieces that we need. This has been rough, though. Alright. Take it. See if we can't hit something like a power card. How many have we hit? This is unbelievable. Bottom. Wow. 5, 14? Yikes. Yikes. Wow. Oh, this is going to be really tough. I mean, there's only so much I can do about these hands, I guess. This is unfortunate. Our opponent's hand hasn't even been that good, but, like, I mean, what can we do about it? We only hit Katra, so we didn't hit Razorquill or anything for us to Dark Return. Man, this sucks. I'm gonna do something crazy and Reweave for Cartographer just to try and get gas going. Okay, that's something.
I know it's around here somewhere.
See more power cards. Sure. Pass the turn. We can trade the Cartographer for the 3/2. I mean, if they let us, they're pretty likely to have a torch or something again. I'm not sure how we can win this at this point. The big problem...
Which one of you can shoot?
Yeah. We need multiple cards here to actually go off. So we can get Merchant. Merchant can get
You buying or
either... We could get a few different things. We could get a Razorquill, or we could get a Haunting Scream. And just hope to draw the Razorquill. I feel like we go for a Scream and try and high roll this. 11. I don't think there's any way that we can live here. Stained Honor doesn't really block at all, but it does save us from some power in case we can do something whack next turn. I can't really think of a way that it matters. Okay, so we're just dead. Yeah. Yikes. That was a lot of power cards. You know, at this point, I'm committed. I normally do 5 games no matter what, but I guess I'll just try and see if we can get a single win out of this game, considering that I am very cursed this week. Man, legal disputes, these draws, all kinds of things. This has been very, very whack. Let's see if we can get something a little bit better than that. Nope, this is also awful. We'll redraw again. Down to 6. We have Cartographer. It's very, very medium at best, but maybe we can do something here. No more power cards. That's unfortunate.
Blink and you
Looks like our opponent has a really nice start here. Although Cartographer into Razorquill is nice.
know it's around here somewhere.
So we got something. More power cards. Good things to discard, I suppose.
Form ranks behind me.
Man, they've got a nice start here. Shift on 1, shift on 2, and then Kimmy on 3. We've had some really, really strong openers from our opponents. Like, really, really good. No units again. These Sporefolk have been incredibly bad on video here. Dark Return can buy back Razorquill, so we can actually shift... We can reweave away Razorquill and then try and do something that way.
I'll move
It's
anything.
super unlikely that we can actually get this going. Like, this is just... Our opponent's hand here is really, really sick again. Yeah, Merchant on 5. And they're probably going to play something else, too. I imagine they get, like, even just, like, Purify out of the market to shoot something down. Or just, like, another unit that they want to slam in, shift in. They've got a lot of damage being able to come down here. Yeah, I'll double block. At least stop a little bit of this damage and try and kill something. Killed a Sporefolk. Interesting. Kind of surprised by that. Razorquill, and we've got to hope that it lives for a turn. This does stop Kimmy if they don't have removal. Pretty unlikely. I imagine they got, like, a Purify, maybe. I would think they get, like, some kind of silence or removal of some type to deal with this. Maybe Obelisk? That wasn't from the market, though. That was just the top deck. Man, this hand is, again, just really, really sick. Guess we block? Oh my goodness. That is so good. And they still haven't even used their market. Yikes. We can... Reweave for Katra, but that doesn't help us too much because then we're even missing another blocker. Yeah, we're just dead here. Again. Stain on... Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. Oh, man. Like, we are so close to winning this. We can Reweave here, buy it back, and then just have, like, Stained Honor and that ready to go for the next turn. But we just can't quite get there because our opponent's hand is just so sick again. What a curve out. Man. Man. What a day. What a day. This is so sick. Whew, man. Thank you for sticking with me. This has been a lot of fun. These games are getting interesting, just in, like, how much things have happened. I'm just surprised. I'm going to keep this. We have double Stained Honor, which is a little bit... but... with some scouts here, we might be able to find some way to pitch a Katra, and we've got 2 out of the 3 pieces. We keep on getting these games where if our opponent didn't have, like, just such an unreal opener, then we could have easily won. Like, we're 1 turn away from winning over and over, but, like, turn 1 shift, turn 2 shift, turn 3 Kimmy, turn 4 Obelisk, like, okay, that's the end. There's not a whole lot I can do about those games. That's just way too disgusting. Crendon Merchant is great. We've got a Desecrate for something here. So that's nice. Looks like we're against another aggro deck, Stone Scar. Lots and lots and lots of aggro today, too, which is almost certainly our worst matchup, which I talked about before. I mean, we are playing a deck that I don't expect to be, like, A+ amazing against the field, but wow, these games have just so gone bad in every possible way. And it's been great. We get to probably play Crest of Vengeance and just Desecrate this turn, I think. Loyalist. No. I don't think I want that. Kill that, pass, get the Merchant next turn, trade for a Katra, and then we just need to find a way to pitch it. Sure.
Now it's my turn.
Okay. And at least Crendon Merchant can trade with something. We could also just kill the Katra now, not have to worry about a torch getting it. I just have other worries about doing that kind of line of play. I.e. that our opponent is just going to run us over by playing more things over and over again. And I'm not really advancing my own game plan, so I'm going to go with getting the Katra instead. Hoping that we can, like, Stained Honor Desecrate next turn, or maybe, like, fingers crossed hit something like Cartographer Desecrate, so we can get Katra into the void here. Shakedown. Oh, that's super good. That's a really nice hit. Yeah, get our Desecrate. Now they'll just torch it, and now we're dead. Alright. Sick. That was a really good shakedown. Nice top deck. I might as well just keep every hand. We'll see what's happening here. We've got Chairman's Contract to ditch some things. We've got some scouts. I don't even know what to keep anymore. This has been so whack. But I'm excited to try and win another game. At least one. We gotta get one in here. I've won a bunch of games with this deck. This deck can do things. Like I said, I don't expect it to combo out that much, but man, has it been whack. If we'd played Chairman's Contract, that would have actually been a really good turn one to get Katra in immediately. I still think I keep it on top, though, even if I don't have a way to discard it, just because it's so important to have Katra. Another Crest. No, bottom that. See what our opponent is doing.
Winds protect me.
Eileen's Favor. That doesn't actually stop our combo at all, so that's fine for us. Remembrance is nice. That can get us a lot of pieces. And we hit Privilege, so that's a bunch of extra cards for us at least, and thins our deck out a bit. If our opponent's got a little bit of a slower draw, we might have a chance here. We still need a lot of cards, though. Something like an Honor of Claws would be amazing, because it would just get us so much of the gas that we need. Power card, well, I mean, not so much, but okay. I will keep the Razorquill in hand rather than expose it to removal here. I don't think there's any real reason to do it when our opponent's not attacking us yet. Okay. And now we've finally got a clock on us. Not much of a clock, but a little bit of one. Adjudicator's Gavel. Cards can't leave our void, which is real bad for us. Real bad. We can still...
I know it's around here somewhere.
We can still win the game. Like, we can still Reweave for a win. We can still pitch Katra, because that doesn't actually matter. I can never play it, so it doesn't matter whether we pitch it or not. I'll expose the Stained. I don't know. I'm being stupid, but... Sure. Throne Warden. Okay. Yeah, Adjudicator's Gavel is smart. Opponent kind of knows what we're doing. They might just think that we're on regular Reanimator, though. Let's see what else we get. There's Razorquill, and there's the Reweave. That's unfortunate. It's too bad that we got this Remembrance, too. Trying to think about ways that we can win this game. It's possible to just Desecrate. I'm just going to pass. We've got a little bit of time to chump block. Hopefully I don't just, like, start landing Palace down here in a second. I'd probably kill the flyer this turn so they can't do that. Or anything else that has evasion. Because at least we get some chump blocks. Oh, that's real bad. Yeah. Might as well chump block with it now. Since it does nothing. More power cards. Oof. More power cards. Oof. Oofda. Oofda, oofda. That sucks. Even if we don't have the Stained Honor, it's still a really good combo to have Razorquill plus Katra just in general. I'll take it one turn. More power cards. Oh, game. Oh, game. Why? What have I done? Yikes. I'm just gonna pass. I don't want to get this to 4 because they might just vanquish it. I guess we're chump blocking. I have no idea how we get out of this at this point. I would stop drawing power cards. That would be a big portion of it, I imagine. If we can stop drawing power, that would be real good. Well, I did bottom the other Desecrate. I think that's the last one in our deck. So we bottomed 1 or 2. Backlash it. Okay. At this point, we have no outs. We can just scoop. Man, all power and all removal. We only have 3 removal spells. I should not be hitting that many. Alright. We're doing another game. I am bound and determined to win one game with this monstrosity. This is the aggro deck that we've had a lot of trouble with, or one of them. Interesting. Keep the Chairman's Contract. No, I actually don't think I need to. I've already got Honor. They've got a really nice aggressive start here, it looks like. Aggro just being our worst matchup and being a lot of the field today, apparently. At least now, yeah. Yep. So they're just straight Skycrag, so... Seen a lot of Skycrag decks running around.
I know it's around here somewhere.
This is a good hand against a lot of decks. I don't know how good it is against Skycrag right now. We have a decent amount of, like, early blockers, possibly, and Stained Honor can just go down to block for a while. Buy us some time. Yeah, I'll take that. If they don't have removal, I'm not gonna block here yet, because I can actually slam the Stained Honor and do something. Cool, another Justice. Not exactly what we wanted, but sure. We'll play the Honor and pass. Do they have a torch? And they didn't torch the 2-1. Oh, wow. Okay. That's fine by me. They're missing out on damage here. I actually am happier if they're doing that than just trying to go, like... If they're trying to spend time stopping our combo rather than just beating us in the face, I actually think that we can have enough time to set up that it won't matter. We've got a lot of recursion and ways to buy it back, so this could be okay for us. Yeah, like, they're not getting a lot of a clock on us, although Howling Peak is obviously always scary.
I know it's around here somewhere.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Oh my goodness, another power card. Alright, well... We have gotten all of the Justice Sigils, so we've got to stop drawing power eventually. And we've got a lot of blockers. I imagine they can just, like... Torrential Downpour? No. No Downpour. Take another 2. Merchant is good. Merchant is very good. We can Merchant... and get a Haunting Scream, which is kind of useful. I kind of want to just honor the claws here. Oh no, that's a lot of power. Alright, well we did get the Stained Honor, so we just need to get a Katra into the yard. Now I wish that I had Merchanted for Katra first so we could have pitched it. Although then we don't have any recursion. That's a lot of power again. Keep the Chairman's Contract so I can hopefully... hit a Katra. Sporefolk and the power. That's okay. I definitely don't want that power card. Sporefolk might have been okay if it hits Katra. There's a Scream, so now we just need to find a way to pitch the Katra. We're really close.
You buying or not?
Yeah, I've got to imagine getting Katra is the right way to go. I really want to know what they got out of the market for that. Pass the turn. Having a deck full of 2-1s is definitely a bit of a downside. I could have played the Stained Honor, but now we're so close to the combo that I'm worried about it. I'm going to trade one of them just to stop a bit of this beatdown. We've got a lot of units on the board.
Flame on.
Sure.
Fuel for the fire.
See if they play that immediately. Otherwise, they just have to discard it. It was Lurking Sanguinon. And our opponent scoops. That's unfortunate. I really want to actually show the combo. I think we were close to it. We were really, really close. I want to see how far off we were. Because any way to discard would have gotten us there. So we have lost so many games in a row. It's ridiculous. Crest could have gotten to Reweave. Which actually is another way for us to win. Because we could have Reweaved away the... That would also do it. So, like, Reweave is another way for us to do it. So we would have gotten there next turn. We could have Crested, bottom Sporefolk, and then we could Reweave to get the Katra right away. Like, we would Reweave... Play the 2-4, right? The Razorquill. Reweave for Katra, and then Haunting Scream for the Razorquill and win the game that way. So that was a way that we could have actually won. So we would have won next turn. I would like to try and show it. I'm going to do one more. Okay, this is certainly not a keepable hand. This one is. It's slow. If we can find a Cartographer, that'd be excellent. Cartographer would help us out a lot. And we do get the Scout, so that's a possibility. Do I want to keep another one? I need to find power for Honor of the Claws, but I do have Privilege, so that's a way that we could do it. I don't want to really play Privilege. Well, I can just honor it away. That being said, I can also honor away the Katra, so we've got some options. I'm going to bottom that. I'm going to hope to high roll here a little bit. We've low rolled often enough. We've got a high roll eventually, right? Sporefolk. Oh, please. One time, dealer. Hit a Katra or a Razorquill or both. Or neither. I don't think a single Sporefolk has hit any of the combo pieces. I think it's maybe hit a Stained Honor once. Our Sporefolk have had a hit rate that is abysmal in these matches. I don't know what's going on with it, but man, it's been pretty wild. Sporefolk not doing its work. And it got a lot of the other ways for us to enable the combo, which is really bad. Oh no, another Stained Honor? I just got rid of one. Yikes. Alright, well. Merchant, Katra, and ooh. Well, this is kind of close now. So, we've got the Haunting Scream. I gotta think about this. Next turn, we can, like... There's a lot of things we can do. I think that I ditched that. This is close. So we can Privilege of Rank into, like, a Sporefolk next turn. Maybe see if we hit Razorquill, and then we can use Corendon Merchant to go for a Haunting Scream. Ugh, the Overwhelm here is going to be nasty, though. Okay, that's even better. So we'll Master Cartographer, get rid of the Privilege, and then we can immediately play the Corendon Merchant. That was a great draw. Okay, so we have 6 power. All we need to do is just hit the Razorquill. So we have a risky choice to make. I could try and do something insane and use the Sporefolk to actually hit. If we can use Sporefolk to hit the Razorquill, then we can win next turn. Like, if we just go for Haunting Scream, we... Haunting Scream, Stained Honor, win. However, the odds of us hitting Sporefolk here at a 53 cards, I'm actually kind of curious. I gotta do some math. 53, we have 3 hits. We're going to see 5 cards, and we need 1 or more. To get 1 or more is going to be a 26% chance. Okay, I don't think that's enough. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and swap out. Grab the Razorquill. It does mean that we need a little bit longer, but it's safer. Vicious Highwayman. That's such a good hit. That's such a good one against the Merchant there. Sick. I will chump block, though. I might have needed to go for the... Wait, they did a post-combat pump. Interesting. I might have needed to go for it. I'm curious if I'd hit it. Get another chump blocker. We take 10, though. I need to play Razorquill and have them not be able to kill it, which is scary. Okay, we wouldn't have hit the Razorquill, so... I guess I can at least look at it as we wouldn't have won that either way. We win next turn if they don't have removal for Razorquill. They have a torch, though, so that's really bad. All they need to do is just... Yeah, they can just torch us in the face, basically. Yep. Sure. So we die to a torch. Do they have it? Otherwise, we can win right now. We did it!
My turn.
Alright, we get to show it! Oh, we do it. Okay. So we go ahead and we go Stained Honor, Haunting Scream, hit Katra, and now we can just use this ability 100 times in a row and win the game. Oh, it's so good! By the way, I'm gonna see if I can show a hot stunt here. So we just spam click this, and it'll queue up a bunch of these abilities, and eventually it's gonna stop us from clicking once our opponent is dead. So let's just see how many times that takes. Yeah, okay, so now it's gonna stop us from clicking, concede the game, and it kills our opponent! Once you demonstrate the loop enough, it actually lets you do that, which is a sweet little way to, like, not have to waste time on the combo decks, just save you and your opponent a little bit of time. Alright, we did it! Woo! That took a lot of work to get there, but we managed it. That was a good draw, and that was a really close game, too. Our opponent's hand wasn't bad, and that was really down to the wire. But we got a little bit of breathing room. Like, our opponent's hand wasn't great, either. They didn't have, like, a lot of the early game aggro pieces, and we just needed like that little bit of breathing room. We've had so much trouble just being a half step behind everybody, or like just not drawing the combo for 4 or 5 turns when it seemed like it was really likely that we would. But we finally did it, and I'm very happy to have been able to show it to you. This deck is a ton of fun. I do think that it needs to be polished. Like, I don't expect this deck to do incredibly well. I do expect it to do way better than it did what we were playing here today. Like, we got some really raw deals. It might need some more card draw, but we just missed on every Sporefolk. We constantly missed on Cartographers and Honors. We've got a fair bit of draw. You might find, like, a way to squeeze in, maybe cut out, like, some Dark Returns or some Remembrance for some Wisdoms, maybe, or a Call the deck. Trying to think of, like, other ways to just draw down to the pieces that you need, because, like, we could never, ever find them, right? There's a couple times where we drew down to, like, 40 cards, and we're just missing multiple pieces of the combo, which we've got some redundancies like Reweaves and Remembrance and the Merchant to be able to draw them, but yeah, I don't know, we just could not seem to get there in these particular games. And there was enough games that I have to at least consider that it's a major failing of the deck somehow, but playing it off stream, it hasn't had these problems, and I know that a lot of the odds for some of those draws were pretty bad. That being said, I mean, I don't think this is the perfect version of it, but it's a fun little deck, and it's a neat combo for sure. I love the idea of being able to, like, Haunting Scream out the combo very early, because you can get it fast. Like, if you get early Cartographers and just ditch Razorquill Katra, you can combo out real quick. Like, you only need to play, you can go risky with it and, like, play Stained Honor early and try and have it not die, or you can wait until turn 6 and just Stained Honor, scream, and instantly win. So there's some cool things that you can do. In any case, I hope you liked the build here that we did. I thought I had a lot of fun anyways, despite a little bit of bad luck and some setbacks here for sure. But we had some fun at the end, and I love showing off that combo because it's a lot of fun to do these one-turn kill combos in Eternal. There's not a lot of them, and when they're around, they can be a blast. So I hope you appreciated it. I will see you next week for another video, and pay attention to the channel. I'm not going to be doing the charity stream, so the charity stream was supposed to start today, actually, but we can't do that because I'm in the middle of a bit of a legal dispute. I have another video on that you can check out on my channel. I'll actually just link it down below. So if there's any changes to the channel name or things like that, then don't be alarmed. There's nothing wrong necessarily. I'm just dealing with some stuff. I kind of go over it in that short video there. And we're going to be doing a big charity stream in June. So big shout out once again to all the subs and patrons who make this possible. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't liked and subbed to the channel, then I would certainly appreciate that. And of course, you can check out inkgaming.com, my wonderful sponsor, who does a lot of cool, like, custom mouse pads and playmats and other gaming gear. You can check them out down below. And we have our own channel on there too. We have our own set of products, so you can check that out. Alright, thanks for stopping by. See you later.